The feeling of not knowing what you're doing, of feeling like you're drowning, of feeling like people are leagues ahead of you somehow is very common in law school. And today I want to break that down. Getting into law school is brutal, it's competitive, and so it makes sense that when you get there, you sit down and look around and realize, oh my God, everyone around here has worked just as hard, if not harder, than me to get to the exact same spot where we are both at today. Everyone in law school is ready to perform at the top of their game. Everyone is driven, motivated, intelligent. And what sucks and what's horrible and terrifying is when you realize that this system is designed to pit you against one another. The nature of the beast is that law school grades you on a curve. They don't grade you on how well you do. They grade you on how well you do compared to everybody else. There are a limited number of spots on Law Review, on Legislative Journal. There are only a select few of associates that get offers at on-campus interviewees every year. The nature of the beast is the law school ranking system, where law schools are ranked against each other, where students are ranked against each other. And these systems determine which firms recruit at your school, which clerkships you might be considered for, and which opportunities become available to you. This system exists because law firms command the prices that they do, and law schools want to maintain their rank and their funding and their applicant pool. And what I want to tell you is this is all on purpose. It's not a bad system. It's just doing exactly what it was designed to do. But I am not telling you anything you don't already know, and I'm not here to make you feel hopeless in the face of it. I'm saying this because clearly as an industry, we need more transparency to see the system that we're operating in. Because as students, we need to know these things in order to be equipped to navigate it. The value of this type of transparency and access to this knowledge is that you're less likely to internalize any failure in the system as a personal or moral failing, which can be very damaging and unhealthy. I believe the more you know about the system, the better equipped you'll be able to navigate it and be able to recognize when things aren't going as expected, and maybe discern when your skills, your time, your energy might be better spent in another area of the law. I think it's really important to get this step right because a law degree is a serious investment of your money, your time, and your energy. And I think you should take being a lawyer very seriously. I think you should do everything in your power to pass the bar exam if you already have a JD. I think the law is a meaningful profession. I think it's a helping profession like being a doctor or a nurse or a teacher, and I think it deserves that same respect and that same reputation. It gives you credibility and reputation and skill that follows you throughout your whole life. And it's so important to not let that authority that a JD gives you go to waste on a job that is not serving you, not fulfilling you, or maybe is a practice or an industry that you don't like. For as much work as you do to contribute to this profession should also be building you up. You deserve to be in a place where this profession is serving you as well. And I know I'm not the only person who is familiar with this feeling of dissatisfaction with the industry. You can talk to lawyers anywhere and everywhere, and the first thing that they will tell you if you ask them is don't go to law school. They will tell you find literally anything else that makes you happy before you might decide that you want to be a lawyer. And while much of that advice comes from a genuine place of care and mutual respect, I think that advice is not always helpful for someone who has already made that leap and is already trying to shape their legal career. I don't want you to hate your job. The legal field has some of the highest rates of problematic drug and alcohol use. Burnout is all too familiar a feeling amongst law students and lawyers, and that is not a coincidence. It is a symptom of a culture that has normalized overwork to the point of exhaustion, self-abandonment, and has propped up the idea that this type of suffering for a job is just part and parcel of being a part of this industry. A lot of that starts in law school with the comparing, with the grading on the curve, with the big law summer associate. It's really easy to accept that high visibility track is going to be the pinnacle of success. I'm not here to tell you that those are bad goals, but I'm here to tell you that you need to define success for yourself first. Because when you let someone else's definition of success consume you, you will never feel satisfied. Take it from me, you will be bitter, ashamed, embarrassed, and possibly back yourself into a corner that you cannot recover from. There is a difference between chasing something because it genuinely aligns with you and chasing something because the system says this is the only thing worth chasing. So I completely understand if you're in law school for the big law bucks. I completely understand if you're in it for the public defender interest track. I want you to stop scrolling on Reddit, start listening to lawyers that inspire you, and yeah, hopefully the industry will be better for it. I don't have any call to action in this one. I just made this video purely for my 2L self who was suffering, wondering what any of it was for. If this resonates you, I invite you to like, subscribe, share it with someone who you think might resonate with it too. And I'll see you in the next one.